here we are. Hello and welcome to the Blue Tweezers channel with myself, Alan, from the channel, and my regular midweek opponent, Jordan McMullen. Say hi, Jordan.
Hello, everyone.
I'll just make sure that we are going to get everyone. Just going to bash off some tweets and posts and things. So talk amongst yourselves for the moment. Actually, it won't take long to
Blah blah
long
blah
anyway.
blah blah blah
Blah.
blah blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah.
Right. Well, I've done it now, so that's enough. Interesting point you made, though. Yeah. Yeah, I hope everybody's well. And sorry about last week. Jordan had an emergency come up, and as I understand it, everything's fine now, which is great news.
Everything's fine now.
So, real life impinging as it is wont to do. But we're back on track now, and we're in the what is it? It was a 5 p.m. turn.
Yes.
And we've just done the command phase for the Russians, and we've had a slightly tangential discussion just before the stream, and so in the command phase, what I was doing, or what we were doing, I suppose, was so the army leaders, or the commanders, I think they're called, aren't they? So they activate particular sub-leaders, core leaders, which we've been doing. And then we roll for the other leaders that don't get those commands to see if they activate in this turn or just sit there and don't do anything. And some of them, you roll against their initiative rating, and I think it's their initiative rating. And I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it is. And if you succeed, then they're also in command, and if they're not, they're out of command. And we were marking the leaders as out of command. And then we have sort of two movement phases. So you have the command movement segment, so everything in command can then move. And then we have this initiative movement segment, which we understood that all of the units which weren't within officer range, we then rolled for to see if they moved anyway. But I'm thinking we're kind of debating here whether the units that are out of command, you got to follow me on here, units that are out of command because they're too far away from officers, so corps commanders, who are themselves out of command, don't get to roll, I think, which we were rolling for. So I don't know, what do you reckon, Jordan? It seems to imply that. Because I think I cited a rather extreme sort of gamey situation where you have a commander, an officer who is very bad, and if you roll for individual units under his command that are out of his command, then they may have 2s, 3s, or 4s on their activation, on their initiative rating. So therefore, they may get to move a lot more than the commander. So if you still roll for them, the implication is that what you need to do, and again, this is very gamey, is that you take the commander and you go and send him on holiday somewhere else on the board and just use those units in a kind of initiative movement state, which I'm pretty sure you can't do. And I think possibly that situation is to stop that kind of thing, is that you don't reward units for being out of command from out of command people. So, if there's a unit A, unit B. Unit A, their core is in command and they don't get to move because they're too far, or they get a chance to move, and one that's out of command for a whole core which isn't in command, you still get to do the same. There's no detriment for them. I don't know. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, I was just kind of initially basing it off of my play experience.
Yeah.
But I mean, reading 6.1 and the rules, it's kind of, I guess, thrown a wrench in that old idea of how to do things.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well,
Which I
um,
think you have a point,
yes.
as far as the core in command, and then the units outside of the range of the core are
Mm,
also,
mm,
in matching the same core,
yeah.
are also out of command
Yeah.
as a result.
I mean, it's um, it impacts me quite a lot because I'm all over the place with a lot of these
Uh-huh.
units are
Yeah.
miles out of the commander. So we may have been moving some of my stuff, which we shouldn't have, because particularly like on the southern flank, you're a lot more commandable on the southern flank than I am
Hmm.
because there's just a bunch of units just hanging about. Um, uh, yeah. So
So essentially, if a core is activated, if
mm,
they succeed their activation check,
yeah,
then units that are outside of that officer's range of 3 hexes can then
yeah,
roll initiative movement on their turn during
yes,
the
indeed,
initiative movement segment. But
indeed.
if they're out of command, then they cannot.
Yeah, anybody,
If a
anybody
core
from
is out of
the
command.
chat can contribute to this if they've got experience of the game. Um, also, the other thing I'm looking at here, and I'm just wondering if uh, what we did before is did we might have done some movement because we got movement um, things going here. So it looks like I actually did move some people. I'm not sure.
You mean
In
since our last session?
no. In our last session, we didn't just decide who was in command or out of command. I actually moved some people, and I think I did.
Okay.
So I
Yes,
think
you
I think
did.
people who are in command, I think I moved.
Yeah,
I
well, because
think so.
we ended the last session at the beginning of the
Yeah.
5 p.m. turn, and then
Yeah.
you, as the Russians, go first.
Yeah. And we
And
did
we
we did
did
do
your
command. Yeah, we did command, but I think
yes.
I moved my in command stuff because I can see it. I can see
Oh
the
yes,
movement trails.
I think you
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because my front line is a lot beefier than it was before, so I must have moved
Yes.
that stuff. So I think
Yes.
in command is done, and I'm trying to look to see if there's any movement on any other unit, and I don't think there is. So I might be. It might actually be on our initiative movement segment. Might be. Chris, hi. Rule 6.2, 6.2.4 apparently is relevant. I haven't got the rule book up. Have you got the rule book there,
Yes.
Jordan?
Yeah, I've got it. 6.2. There's six. There's 6.2 here,
Yeah.
but I don't see 6.2.4.
No, there's I
It's
think
just
he's saying
section
point four, as
6.2.
in I don't know, paragraph four, or indent four or something like that, rather than actually being 6.2.4 as a rule. It's like the rule 6.2, and there's the fourth thing within that rule. I think is what he means. Let me see if I can.
Oh yeah, the effects of an out of command unit. If the officer or combat unit is out of command at the end of a friendly combat segment, it remains so until the next friendly command segment. Out of command combat units suffer the following penalties: they may not damage or repair spans or bridges. They expend their full movement allowance. They may expend their full movement allowance during the individual movement segment only if they pass an individual initiative check.
Right.
May not advance after combat. That's
Okay.
possibly what he's referring to.
Hmm. Yes. So does that imply that somebody he was out of command and also out of command range could roll like we were doing before?
Yeah, I mean, I I believe so. That was how I was taught
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
system, but
yeah. Maybe
I'm second
making.
guessing myself
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm
sure.
like,
Okay. All right. So maybe we stick to what we were doing. Um, in which case, it looks like I hadn't looked at any of those. Yeah, I can tell that I didn't move. I didn't do any. It looks like I didn't do any initiative movement at all.
no, I
No,
I believe you
doesn't look
did
like.
just move command.
Yeah. So maybe that's where we start off with. So, let's make a choice here. Do we include out of command, out of range units, or just out of range units?
Um, I I'm okay with including out of
Okay, well, we'll
range
continue as we were then.
units.
Yeah. I think it's
Yeah,
something we probably need to clear up. I think. No, that's cool. So in which case, I need to do a lot of rolling.
might have to send an email to Zucker, maybe see if
Yeah.
he can.
Yes. Well, it might be something on BGG or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Crossing obstacles. Welcome. Yeah, just in time for dinner. Good. All right. So yeah, just keep the noise down. All right. No clinking of glasses and plates and things on the stream. Thank you. Um, right. So let's zoom in and go through this. So I've got some cavalry units at the top, which are nowhere near their commander. So Dyatkov is on a 3. So let's roll. He does activate. I'm not sure I'm unhappy with where he is. Yeah, I think he's going to sit there anyway. Kreutz. Yeah, let's roll for Kreutz. Yes. I think he will come and join Dyatkov. Yeah. Let's do those together. Up at the top here we have Osterman, Bagovic. Officer command range was what, 3 hexes, wasn't it?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. So Potemkin is out of range, and Pilar. Were they one of the? Just looking at the scenario, there were some red units that we could move, and I think those two are them, Potemkin and Pilar. It was the. Sorry, it's been 2 weeks ago, so I'm trying to remember where things are.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, there was a setup sheet, wasn't there? Somewhere.
Yes. Yeah, I've got it
Where?
with me if you need.
Yeah, just try. I'm sure there was
What
an electronic presentation here somewhere in the Vassal, but I can't see what the.
which unit are you questioning?
Potemkin and Pillar of Bagovit's call, second call. Sorry, we've got a slightly delayed start while we have some esoteric conversation about command ranges, but we are cracking on. Michael, good to see you. Indeed, you did make. You haven't missed much. Haven't missed much. And in fact,
Okay,
I think we've got our core midweek audience here, which is great. Continuing. What does it look like? Sorry, just again 2 weeks.
Potemkin was he started in 3112.
Yes. So he's already moved, and Pilar probably
Pilar
moved.
started all 3112.
Yeah.
They both started in the same hex.
Yeah, and I think they were the ones that could move.
Correct. Yes, they
Yeah.
are part
So
of the rear guard. Yep.
they were part of the rear guard, but the part of the rear guard that was allowed to move, as opposed to the rest of the rear guard, which wasn't.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I can roll for them. That's fine. So let's do that. Yes, Potemkin can move. One, two, three. Pilar, Pilar. Yes, lots of ones here. He'll come along as well. The rest of them are out of command. Thinking of Dorokov here. I think the commander is next door and it's out of command, so nope. Lebedev right at the back, who's a Markov guy. He's on a 1. No. The string of 1 stops just as I need a 1. Talazin is on a 1. No, definitely not. Rosen is out of command, so therefore all these guys are not moving. Kutazov's already moved, so these guys are all moved. Arsenyev, way at the back, is... nope, they're all 1s, so it wasn't likely. Markov himself is out of command, so nothing moving there. Panservita, who is sitting behind Shevardino, who I believe wasn't in command, because he hasn't moved, so I'll roll for him. He's a 3.
I'm sorry, Alan. I just noticed the Vassal server says lost connection.
Oh.
Lost connection to server.
Oh yeah. So you're not seeing any of it.
Yeah, but I can't even exit out of Vassal.
Yeah, mine's kind of locked. Mine's kind of locked as well. As people may see on the screen, actually, it's all gone a bit wobbly. Yeah, it's got. Oh no, it's. Yep. Well, this channel is very famous for technical problems, so it looks like we've got another one here.
I'm not sure what's going on. I can't even.
Yeah, my Vassal seems to have somehow locked. I can't. Yeah, I can't click on anything here.
Yeah.
So may have to reload here. So, right. Crossing. So you're eating. Chris is reading and explaining roles. What's everybody else doing? Well, I think we're. Oh, actually, it's come back again. So, no. Oh, it's very odd. Vassal's gone a bit wobbly here. So I think I need to restart Vassal myself, which is irritating. Can I save the game? I'll try. Yeah, it seems to let me. So let's bring it back. Hopefully in a working state. Oh. Bring that in and hopefully things are clickable. Yeah, okay, mine's working now.
Oh, come
on. Yeah, it doesn't seem to want to connect.
Yeah, it's
Now
doing the same thing
it's
to
doing the
me.
same thing again.
I can't connect. I tried restarting Vassal also.
Hmm.
It's almost like as soon as I open it, it just freezes.
That's very odd. Yeah, Michael. Sorry. We're just we're trying to cure a problem with Vassal where it's disconnected and also started to loads of things suddenly opening up here off screen. Do bear with us. Oh, looks like it's maybe a problem with the server. Let me see if I can connect with something else.
Okay.
Off camera, of course. Just doing a little test here. On another game module.
As Michael in the chat mentions that Vassal servers seem to be down.
Yes. Okay. So that's immaculate timing. That's
Yeah, just perfect.
yeah.
Lets us start it. But
Okay. Well, don't know what's gone on there, but it's not within our power, it seems. Okay. So what do we do? Well, we can keep waiting for it to come back. That would be great. Yeah, I think Vassal, because it tries to connect and can't connect, it goes into this slightly wobbly. Yeah, I'm looking at the server status and it's coming up with nothing. So I think we've got a Vassal server problem somehow.
so it's not just us. It's
Not just
everybody
us.
trying
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah. So
access Vassal.
yeah, same time next week. So yeah. What other thing can we come up with? Yeah. Okay. So so maybe we take the opportunity to try and sort out this command issue. I'm going to have a quick look at BGG on this, just while we're on, just because it's an interesting topic.
Yeah.
And desperately trying to come up with something to show you. Let's have a quick look. Thing is with BGG is that it usually goes game by game. So you know, if there is, you know, if it's a series like this, then let's try anyway. See if it's on the rules. Is there anything at all about command? It's a bit fundamental, isn't it? Can't see anything particularly on that. Yeah, maybe it's okay. All right. Well, to be honest, there's not a lot of point in carrying on. So we'll unless
Man, that really stinks.
yeah, indeed.
I can't believe that.
Yes. Sorry, everyone. There seems to be a glitch in the Vassal, as opposed to the Matrix. Yeah, it's getting really weird because actually, when I'm trying to click on to communicate with the server, it's starting to randomly open odd windows off the screen, but and then I can't close them. So
yeah, it keeps asking me to save the game, but I don't have a game open.
Yeah. Yes. Chris says command range may not be traced into an EZOC which is unoccupied by friendly. Yeah. Turns out. Yeah. Yeah. It's not the range we have the problem is. It's whether we roll to activate units which are out of range of a core, which is in itself out of command. I think, which is our kind of.
Yeah, that's
my particular spanner in the works here. which I kind of thrown in because I looked at it and went, seems not sure if it seems legit. I suppose just me not knowing the game very well, but whether that's kind of the discussion we had. And I suppose if we'd continued actually just playing the game rather than talking about that, we would have got a lot further before the Vassal servers crashed. But you know, there you go. That's another lesson, maybe. Yeah, Chris may spend their full movement allowance during the individual movement, saying only if they pass an individual initiative check. Yeah, sure. And I think you read. Yeah, I think you read that out already, didn't you,
Yes.
Jordan? Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. In
So
command
yeah,
6.2
it
or out of command. I'm sorry.
yeah. I was just on my kind of seems legit kind of thoughts was that you're kind of there's no penalty for being out of range of an out of range of an out of command. They get their initiative as well, but yeah, maybe that's it. And yeah, we're carrying on in that way if we could. So yeah, maybe I'm creating a storm in a teacup here. I think, but not as much as Vassal is. So
It's English sayings.
yeah. Sorry, yes, that's true. Yes, yes,
No,
you'll get a
I'm just
very colloquial colloquial language gameplay here, I'm afraid. So, yeah,
I've just never heard anyone say that. That's all.
yeah.
Storm in a teacup.
Chris is just saying the game doesn't like us because firstly Napoleon fell asleep and now the Vassal has gone to sleep. That's true. That's true. That's that timing was really amazing.
Yeah, I cannot believe the luck.
Yeah, I know.
Like, seemed
I can't actually
probably was working all day.
Yeah. It's just yeah, indeed. Oh well. Well, look, we'll end it here because I can't really do anything in the game. I mean,
I'm sorry,
I could, but Jordan wouldn't be able to see it. So, short of me doing some movement and then sending him a log, we'd do it kind of old PBEM style. But I'm not sure that's an amazingly very videogenic, shall we say?
Yes, conducive to a live stream.
You guys just mess around with yourselves and oh god, it's just it's not happening at all. So apologies everybody, but it's out of our hands and just another technical issue of the myriad that we get on here. So at least we get a variety of technical problems. Yeah, live stream with play by email. How's that? Yeah.
Oh, riveting.
Yes,
oh,
indeed.
I would really truly enjoy that.
No, indeed. Okay, so we might halt it there. And seeing as I've moved, I think 3 units, we're back to we haven't really progressed at all. So we'd have to restart again, I'm afraid. So apology. I mean, it looks like we've got like nine people on the stream. So apologies to everybody. But if we can reconvene in a week's time to carry on, we shall impinge on your patience again. Patrick, good to see you. However, we're in a kind of limbo here, in that we can't get Vassal communicating at all. So we're kind of isolated between from each other, myself and Jordan.
Yep.
So I can move things on the board, but he can't see them. So it seems to be a Vassal problem in general, because it's not the module.
Yep.
I've looked at another module, and that can't talk to the server. You can't talk to the server on your end either.
Yeah, Chris says, it's his Vassal game is down too.
Yeah, exactly. Chris has said it as well. So there's something fundamentally gone wrong. Somebody's pushed a button wrong somewhere, or there's been a crash. So we'll leave it till next week then. Very sad, but there you go. You're all let out early to to do
Yeah,
whatever.
I was looking forward to
thing.
this too.
Indeed, especially as we also had we had a pause last week anyway due to the emergency. So yeah, it was going to be good. Russian hacking. Well, I'm the
Yes.
Russian player, so I'm not saying it's. I think it's French hacking actually.
Oh yeah, I'm still mad about those submarines. Yeah.
The bad yes, that's true. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, there we go. We're getting into geopolitics here on the Blue Tweezers channel, which had nothing to do with the game we're playing. But there we go. So, Patrick, thanks for turning up. But we've got not very much to show you, I'm afraid. So, anyway, I've saved the game for the three counters I have moved, and we'll pick it up next week. Last, rather slightly embarrassed word from you, Jordan, to the stream.
Um, this I'm sorry that we only got good 30 minutes in.
Yes, and we used that up
Mostly
to
role
chat.
discussion and talking, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kind of annoyed that Vassal is down. So,
Yes. One last
but
try.
we'll
No.
be back next week, and
Indeed.
hopefully everything will be back to normal,
Indeed. And
and we'll,
yeah. So
no more issues.
Barclay and Barclay and Napoleon can just put their feet up for another week. So until then, and again, rather embarrassingly, rather than embarrassing. See you next week. But we'll see you then. Bye for now.
Bye.